Good morning everybody. Today we are off to part 2 of the Primrose Hill job. So today you'll get to meet Ernest, the handyman. The client is dropping in too. I don't think she'll be wanting to be on camera, but you never know. And we're going to be going through all the different furniture that is to be sold, going into the storeroom, picking up the stuff from there, deciding where everything should go, and then taking lights down, doing all the different things that need to be done in the property before everything is collected. It's going to be a physical day, which I don't mind, so I'm customarily in my jeans and t-shirt, ready to go, although my hair's looking a little bit wild this morning. Let's see how we get on. Tonight I am off out in East London. I don't go there very often. I've been there for clients before in the past, but I'm off out to meet a couple of friends, so I'll see if I can grab you some architecture shots from there, because those are quite a few different architectural styles than you've seen previously on these vlogs. Lots of little warehouses, cute little terraced shops and things like that. Could be quite interesting. So here we are for part 2 of the Primrose Hill moving job. So here we are at the house. Ernest has arrived. We've just been down to the storeroom. So let's go down and see how Ernest is faring downstairs. He's taking some handles off the joinery. So you have to meet Ernest. So this is the camera over here.
Really?
This is all going to look very different once this place is refurbished. Often when you clear a house out, when you take things off the wall, you will notice, as I'm sure that you know, that there are marks around the walls. And here you can actually see where the headboard once was. These are actually staying put, or rather they're actually being taken off. These will be chucked away, these won't be here after the refurbishment is done. Also today we have the carpets being collected. Now most of these are going off to be cleaned, and then after these are being cleaned they're going to be stored. So at the moment I've rolled quite a few of them up, just like this, just along here. They can actually be unrolled and looked at by whatever cleaning company you've got coming along. I have all the measurements, so if they want those I can give them those, and this is a cleaning firm I've been using for a long time, so I don't think we're going to have too many problems. The interesting thing about a day like today is that you never know quite what's going to happen. You have your list of things to be done, but when you get involved with other workmen and clients at the same time, things can be a bit of a movable feast. I've been downstairs to the storage room below. Now this property actually comes with a storage depot. Occasionally you can actually get properties that do actually have storage facilities beneath the actual blocks. This is a godsend for the people that live there. So things like suitcases are put down there. Other things like children's old toys and other different things. But it's also a really good place to store things that you might need in the future, possibly the odd curtain pole, the odd blind, Christmas tree decorations, all those sorts of things get put into a storage department, a storage room that you need to clear out fairly regularly. Today we've actually been clearing out a lot more than that, so because that we have the building team coming in probably roughly about 2 weeks time, I would think. It might even be sooner than that. What needs to happen is that we need to clear as much as we can from the property. So some things are going off to one particular property, which is a family property, and other pieces are actually going off into storage and won't be seen for another year or so. Added to that, of course, when you do this type type of thing, it actually means that you have a jolly good clear out and you get rid of all the things that you just don't think that you're ever going to want. So there's an awful lot of rubbish to go. And to that end, I've actually contacted a clearance firm. Now you can find most clearance firms, you just have to Google them, you can find one that you like and that are good. I wanted one that did same day, so that's what I'm doing. I'm getting a clearance firm who are coming in, and they're coming in probably in about, I would say in about 20 minutes time, and they are going to be going through all the rubbish, taking that away and taking that off my plate. It's at this point that you can actually decide what you want to do with the items that the client doesn't want, and that basically really wants to sell. And if you can't actually sell an item, then what do you do? Do you give it away? Do you keep it? Do you store it? Do you give it to an auction house to sell? There's a whole multitude of different things that you can do with these things, and you really have to work out exactly what the price point is for these particular items. The problem that I have with some particular items of furniture is that they're good items of furniture, you don't want to sell them for a small amount of money, and yet the client doesn't want them. So unless you store them somewhere, and of course that does cost money, what else do you do with them? Take this particular chair. This particular chair has been within the family for quite some time. It's a good and sturdy chair. It has a couple of marks on it, and that's all well and good, and that's fine. That's to be expected of a chair of its age. And so really all it really needs is an upholster. But unless you've got somebody that wants to do that, what are you going to do? If I had a complete storage depot myself, a storage facility myself, which I have done in the past, if you have these types of things, then you can look after stuff. But I find that the problem with that is you just end up hoarding stuff. And to be honest, an awful lot of clients, they prefer to buy new rather than get something that's vintage or heritage, or recycle something.
One more for you. Thank you.
I can't even speak about that.
Ooh.
Yes, candid camera.
You're tricking me.
I wouldn't go quite that far.
Ooh.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Belinda, yeah?
I think they know who I am after all this.
Who are you?
Yes, exactly. Okay, we're done.
Completed.
Yes, it is completed. Right, next, I think you're done.
I am done. The next is you.
Have we done everything else? Have you measured up for the, have you measured up for the mirror?
150 centimeters for the unit under the mirror.
Okay.
The mirror is 100 something, 110, this one is 150. Which one is good? Yeah, I think one can I do decide to come and take this one.
I know, I think it's worth it. I think. Because if we're not using it, then you may as well have it.
Mm.
You may as well have it.
Thank you. You're sweet. You're sweet, thank you.
I don't think there's anything else for you.
No, I don't think so.
I think you're all right. Picture's done. Oh, hang on, it wasn't there. Unless you want to take that next time. Not take it, but take it off. I can't remember how. Yeah.
Oh, which one? Please.
Let's put in everything. Perfect. And we need the. Did you say it had a bracket? What's this?
Oh no, it's just screws.
Just screws. Fine.
That's fine.
And that's what's that. That's the raw plug. Okay.
Yeah, this one came out.
That's all right. I don't need that.
You can have it.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's on me. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorted.
I think all good now. All good now. This one you can fit out for yourself. This is my drill.
So are you taking your, in theory, up to here?
Without this side. That side
Okay.
panel is part of the next one.
Okay. Well, if you need it, you need it.
If I need, I will measure up if it does go somewhere where it's really shrink.
I know, it's a beautiful piece, but it has to go.
Beautiful angel.